At my core, I believe that to make things better, we have to hold individuals and institutions accountable. But early in my career, that led me to large and long shouting matches with doctors and lawyers who weren't telling the truth. See, in medicine, just like in life, there are truisms. And with 25 years experience, I've seen every sort of twist and turn and contortion to try and avoid all of these truisms when doctors are being held accountable for their actions. When being held accountable, most people just come looking for an argument.
Is this the right one for an argument?
I've told you once.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
When?
Just now.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Didn't? You didn't.
I'm telling you I did.
You did not.
Oh, I'm sorry, is this a 5-minute argument or the full half hour?
Oh, just the 5-minute one.
Fine. Thank you.
Law school teaches a person to think logically, rationally, and with reason. It does not prepare you for how to deal with a person who denies the undeniable.
But it isn't just saying no, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. Argument's an intellectual process. Contradiction is just the automatic gainsaying of anything the other person says.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Not at all.
No, look.
Thank you. Morning.
Looking back, since my why is to make things better, when people would deny the undeniable, it would make me angry. That anger would lead to my outrage. And I did this until I realized that no one really cares about my outrage. They only care about their own. And their own outrage and their own position is determined entirely by their point of view. Today, the truth depends entirely on our point of view, and we can obtain facts to support our point of view at the click of a button. Be it internet searches, Google searches, social media, or cable, or network TV, or even local TV, everything today is monopolized. So we can find what we want to fit what we want to believe. The power of these media sources to shape our point of view is uncanny.
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
People that are my age and older, we all remember a man named Walter Cronkite, and we all lament that there are no Walter Cronkites anymore. And what we're really saying is that we used to get information and then form a point of view. But today, we form a point of view and then we go get the information we want to support what we want to believe. On television, we all know the camps. If you want to hear complaining and whining about our current president, you turn on MSNBC or CNN. And if you want to hear support of our current president, you turn on Fox News. Our Facebook and our Twitter feeds are literally an algorithm that is designed to provide us with the news that fits our point of view. Today, we can exist without ever having to consider or think about anyone else's point of view.
Jerry, just remember, it's not a lie if you believe it.
100 years ago, during World War I, we were engaged in trench warfare. Today, we're engaged in a social trench war. And the ammunition of social trench warfare is information. And the ironic part of the information is that you can get whatever information you want. Literally, they will provide both sides with the same information to use in order to back up their own positions. Armed with the information that we gather, we go out and we scream into the Twitterverse, like I used to scream at doctors and lawyers who would try and deny the undeniable truths in depositions early on. The only way to get anything we want is to stop screaming and start paying attention to the people in the other trench. I'm not saying that we have to listen and that we have to take at face value the facts that they use, because we're not going to believe their facts any more than they're going to believe our facts. What we have to pay attention to is why they're saying what they're saying. Because if you can get in touch with the person's why, then some people are persuadable and some people are never going to be persuaded to your point of view. Getting in touch with someone else's why is really the only way to make real change. Because people don't make decisions based on what they hear. They make decisions based on how they feel. And until we learn why they're feeling what they're feeling, we can never hope to make change or make things better. So for any person that you're arguing with, there are really only 5 emotions that are controlling the story that they're telling you. It's fear, happiness, sadness, anger, and shame. And if you can figure out which of those 5 emotions is controlling the story that they're telling you, then you have an opportunity to try and create an outcome that is favorable for you. There are some people that you speak with who just will never see things from your point of view. For these people that are never going to agree with you, understanding whether it's fear or happiness or shame or anger or sadness that's fueling what they're telling you will allow you to persuade the other people around you. I have a rule, and the rule says, for those type of people that are never going to agree with you, if you're in an argument with them and you look like the jerk, then you're losing. But if they look like the jerk, then you're winning. So for the other people that can be persuaded to see things from our point of view, knowing which emotion is feeding their story is essential to changing their mind. Because like I said, people don't change their minds. They don't act based on what they hear. They act on how they feel. Let me give you an example. Recently, I had a lawyer who wanted to take my client's deposition before I took his doctor's deposition. And we got in an argument as to who was going to go first. As I was in this argument with this other lawyer, I realized that it was fear that was controlling the other lawyer and what he was telling me. He was afraid that if he let his doctor go first, that his insurance company, the insurance company for the doctor, would second guess him. So what I did is I used that and I reflected it. And I told him that I was scared that if I let my client go first, then my client would second guess me. And then I suggested a compromise. I said, why don't we just do it on the same day? We'll do my client in the morning and your client in the afternoon. And sure enough, the lawyer jumped at the opportunity. Sometimes people just want to know that they're not alone in feeling the way that they're feeling. So the next time you're in an argument or a critical discussion or a presentation to a group of people, think about what we've talked about and think about what's fueling the other people in the discussion and what emotions are controlling what they're telling you. And if you can tap into that and you can reflect back the emotions that they're feeling, it's going to give you a better opportunity to get what you want. I'm making these videos to show that our why controls everything in our lives, whether we want it to or not. My why is to make things better, so it's my hope that in these videos there's something that the person who watches finds that helps them on their own journey. If you like what you've seen and you like what we're doing, please consider liking or subscribing to the channel. You can find the videos here on this channel, or you can find them on our website at caseyinjury.com. Thanks for watching, and be well.